Hello and welcome to Bare Beauty Basics. I am on a beach holiday in Krabi and I thought of doing a get ready with me for the beach. And this is what I am starting with. I'm using sunscreen. This is by Bioderma and this is SPF 100. It is available in only one color, which is fair, but I feel it doesn't have too much coverage, so pretty much anyone with any kind of skin tone can actually use it. It doesn't leave a white cast, but it leaves a very nice glowy, dewy finish. Starting with my brows, using precisely my brows pencil by Benefit. This is in the color 4.5 dark brown, and I would say it's a better idea to do your brows first and do your skin tints and foundations later, because what happens is, your tinted skin your tinted sunscreen can get into your brows, and it may make your brows look a little weird. So if I had to go back and correct myself, I would do my brows first and then put the tinted sunscreen. Anyways, moving on with doing my brows on the other side of my face. This is how I like to do it. Draw short strokes. This brow pencil is pretty long lasting, I would say. If I do it once, it is going to stay as is throughout the day without smudging, without looking bad or washed off or anything of that sort. The color is a very good match for Indian skin tones. If you are someone with dark brown hair, this is something that would suit you. So this is how my brow routine looks like, even on a normal day-to-day basis. You can set it with a brow gel, but I'm not going to bother setting my brow hairs with a brow gel. It is sticky. It is very, very humid here in Krabi, and I want to keep it very, very minimal. Going on with another skin tint. This has an additional SPF 40, which is always a plus if you are on a beach holiday. This is by Sheseido. It is the Revitalessence skin tint, and I am in the color 230. And this is not my exact color, but it is, it kind of oxidizes to my skin tone very, very quickly. This is a tad bit lighter than my actual skin tone, but I'm not too mad at it because it settles down to a color that is a pretty well match for me. And I'd like to take just one pump on the back of my hand, use a fluffy brush to blend it all into my skin. You can see how natural the finish is. It's very dewy but not sticky. It sets into a very nice hydrated finish. Your skin looks like you're not wearing anything, but it gives a slight coverage, which is absolutely beautiful. It looks very natural. Nobody can tell that you have foundation on, but it gives an even toned skin-like finish, which looks very, very healthy and beautiful. So if you are looking for a tinted sunscreen or a tinted or a skin tint which has an added SPF, you're going for a beach holiday, beach vacation, this is a good choice. For summer specifically, I would recommend this because of the added SPF. I don't know how this would, if this would have flashback because it has SPF. If you are taking pictures outside, it may have flashback. But I don't care. It's all right. It's important to protect my skin first. Second, I'm using a little bit of brightening concealer. This is by Nars. I'm in the shade Macademia 1.5. This is a very good color to use it under my eyes just to lift it a little bit. I have hollow eyes, and this right underneath my eyes kind of brightens it, gives it a much more fuller look around the nose, and yeah, that's it. Not much. I'm taking just a dip with the brush into the pot and nothing crazy, just smoothing out wherever I need a little bit of brightening, a little bit of extra coverage, and that's it. And this concealer, this Nars Soft Matte concealer, stays put all day. Okay, it is very, very it's a very easy to use product, especially if you are on a holiday and if you are in a humid kind of a place. For my bronzer, I'm using this Putty bronzer by E.L.F. I'm using my fingers for this. It's a very beautiful, glowy bronzer. The coverage is not too harsh, not too pigmented. It's very beginner friendly, so you don't have to use a brush. You necessarily do not have to use a brush. You can always use your fingers. You can even use a sponge. I like to use my fingers because the warmth of my fingers melts the product a little bit better into my skin. And this is how the bronzer looks like. It is a very beautiful consistency of creamy bronzer. Doesn't look too much, doesn't look too dramatic, just for a hint of bronziness on your skin. This is a very good choice. The pot is not very big. It is a small pot, but if you are not, if you don't use bronzers every single day, this would last you at least a few months. I also like to use it on the lids, on my eyelids, because I don't want to use an eyeshadow today. Especially when I'm on a holiday, I like to keep it very simple. I don't like to go for eyeshadows. I don't like any eye makeup on my face when I'm on holiday. I just want to keep my face fresh, easy, with a little bit of blush and lots of lipsticks. I also skip the mascara because it's a hassle to remove mascara every single night after I'm tired. The blush that I'm using here today is the new one by Rare Beauty. It is just launched in India. It is a soft pinch bouncy blush, and I got the color Grateful for myself. I absolutely love this corally blush. It's so beautiful. It's a perfect color for beach holidays. It has the right mix of red and pink, and this is how it looks like. It is it reminds me of the texture of the Glow Play blushes by MAC, and this is how it looks on my cheeks. It's so beautiful, very, very beachy color. If you like warm toned blushes like this, if you like red blushes, this is something that you would absolutely adore. I love blushes, and blushes are my absolute favorite, specifically when I am on a holiday. Okay, I would even skip a foundation, a skin tint, but I would never skip a blush when I am on a vacation. This is blushes and a good lipstick are my best go-tos for a holiday makeup, and because it just picks me up, it just makes me happy, it makes me youthful, and it adds that extra oomph to my face, that extra color on my face, which brings in a lot of youthfulness, is what I feel. So this is the color Grateful by Rare Beauty. I absolutely adore it. There are a lot of other colors. There are pinks, there are nudes, but this is my favorite. For the lipstick, I'm going to try this new lipstick by Nykaa. It is I believe they had these in liquid formulation, but they have recently formulated them as a traditional lipstick, and it is in the color Bombae. It is the lightest color in this range, and I love nudes. I'm a sucker for nude lipsticks, and this is what I picked up. I picked up another shade which I'm going to show in another video. That is the color Maharani, and that's a beautiful red. For today's video, I'm using this color, which is Bombay. It looks a little more pinky on my lips, but it's actually pretty nude. To match the corally-ness of my blush, what I'm going to do is add a little bit of Teddy Tint. This is in the color Coquettish, and I'm just dabbing a dot of it in the center of my lips and blending it with my fingers, and this adds a little bit of warmth to my lips. It it looks cohesive with the tonality of the blush that I just used. I love these steady tints. There is a way how you use it. You can't pile on the color on your lips, otherwise it is going to become very sticky. All you need to do is just dab on a little and blend it with your fingers, and it is not going to become sticky. For my contour, I'm using the Rare Beauty Liquid Soft Pinch Contour in the shade Tranquil. Accidentally, I picked up a very, very dark shade. It's too dark for me, so I need to be very, very careful using it. What I do is I just take a dot of it on the back of my hand, take a brush, and pick up a tiny, tiny bit of product and place it where I absolutely need to contour, like my nose, my cheekbones, and to give myself a little bit of contour, a little bit of chiseled face look. This is what I'm doing, and also under my jawline. So once I place the product, I go in with a brush, another fluffy brush, and blend it all in. All you need is very, very tiny amount. This is highly, highly pigmented, and this is not very beginner friendly product. Okay, this is very, very pigmented. So if you place a little more than what you need, it is going to be difficult for you to blend. So my tip is to always take a little on the back of your hand, pick up little by little with a small fluffy brush and place it where you want to contour, and keep blending in. Okay, keep blending in, because it also dries very fast. So you don't want to look patchy. You don't want to end up having a dark patch on your face. Now I'm going back to my foundation brush and just blending it all the way so that it doesn't look harsh or it doesn't look weird. So this is what I do to contour my face. And I feel like I want to add a little more blush. When I'm on a holiday, I tend to have blush blindness. I always have blush blindness, by the way, but a little bit extra when I'm on a holiday, and I'm adding a little more of that Rare Beauty Bouncy blush. I'm obsessed with it, I must say. And done. So just setting it all with a finishing spray or a setting spray. This is my favorite Charlotte Tilbury's all flawless something. This is such a long name. It's a flawless setting spray, and I'm done. I hope you liked it. Please subscribe. See you soon. Bye bye.